I was back on my feet and ready to play the fuck out of Project 1999 again. Kaz, Kilf and I gathered in the stables, however there was a group there so we went across the street to, that place. I didn't like this temple. There was a gaping hole in the pathway, and if you know me well enough, you know I can't resist a gaping hole. I told the party to run it. Do you remember that gaping hole? Well, this time I fell right in it. We recruited 𝗥𝗘𝗟𝗜𝗓𝗡 and Spox onto our team. Spox tamed a haze golem, we were set and ready to go. I swear these Naruto running golems crack me up every single time. Naruto and Everquest came out in the same year, doesn't that make you feel old? Shit, One Piece came out in 1997, the same year as my first ever MMO Ultima Online. I'm getting sidetracked. We went forward with 5 people in our party. Kaz was obviously the one to pull, since he's a monk. I can hear him screaming in my subconscious that he's a warrior, but that meme will never fucking die. Things got out of hand quick, as Kaz didn't use feign death. It was really nice having an enchanter in the room. It made me wish trolls could be enchanters, but an illusion would have to suffice. I call it wish fulfillment. We all know trolls are bigger in the pants region, the ladies hate them because they are covered in warts. I keep going on these tangents. I'm trying to write a more story-oriented script, but it's honestly just a bunch of people standing, hitting and sitting in one place. There is no whirlwind adventure, just a couple of sweaty dudes playing this 23-year-old game. I wonder if I should write Everquest fan fiction. Take a look at Kilf and Spox over there in the corner. Don't they look intimate? If I could draw, I would make a doujin about these two. I feel so comfortable in my heterosexuality, that I'd have no issue writing boys' love about these two. I can tell you one thing for sure, Kilf may be smaller, but he'd 100% be on top. Spox looks like the type who wouldn't mind being dominated.
Hey there, big boy, come a little closer.
Mind your own business. I'm not sitting next to you because I like you or anything.
No need to be shy, just come into the warm embrace of my sensual hot ABS. Big Daddy Kilf will take good care of you.
Baka, stop it. What if that filthy degenerate and his monk friend sees us?
Let them watch. I'll show the world just how much I love you.
Baka, it's not like I'm in love with you or anything. But I guess it wouldn't hurt to get a little closer.
Someday I'd like to make a P99 visual novel dating sim hybrid. Perhaps when I start streaming, no ETA yet by the way. I'm quite proficient with C# and Unity. I've been programming for nearly a decade though it's been mostly a hobby up to this point. I could make it. In fact I have a pretty neat idea. No promises right now though, it would be 100% free and a passion project. What about Kaz and I? Well naturally if it came down to that I'd have to be the dominant one, simply because I refuse to be dominated by another man. This is of course all hypothetical. If Kaz were a woman, I'd just need a few good boy head pats to keep me sated. I'm the best darn good boy you've ever seen. Yes ladies, I'll be your loyal dog. Still single by the way. Another tangent later. I still can't tell this story, but I'll try really hard. Kaz was already 2 bubbles into his level, he was eager to hit level 46. Some guilt washed over me from that statement. It had been well over 2 weeks since we last played, as I was down for a week with all the moving. Spoilers, I almost ended up homeless again. But by miracles of miracles I didn't. I'll tell the full story someday, because it's actually fascinating. But I won't right now, lest I get off on another tangent. If you didn't notice in the last video I made macros for slowing, rooting and melees. They are really annoying, and just end up flooding chat with spam. I don't mind however, just consider it part of my charm. You get my shitty shaman skills, and spam, I call that an epic deal. 50 minutes into our session a druid named 𝗥𝗘𝗟𝗜𝗓𝗡 joined us, filling up the 6th and final spot. I was smacking my keys rather hard and fast, filling up the chat with a shit ton of spam. Sorry about all the macro spam you all. I have a bad habit of clicking a lot.
You good 𝗥𝗘𝗟𝗏𝗡, it doesn't bother me.
Keeps the chat steady. I'm reading Atelus pings to cast a spell, hard.
What did I get myself into?
You are in the middle of a love triangle.
Could be a square though if you want inbox.
Some more macro spam later.
Yeah, Everquest hasn't been the same without you guys. My times are just so different from when you are on.
To Kilf, I feel this pain. Time zones really suck, and I wish we could play together more often.
I need to get off those dirty 𝗥𝗘𝗟𝗏𝗡 drugs.
See Kilf, I told you he was trying to get me hooked. Always pushing those filthy XR drugs.
Anyone want DMF?
DMF?
Dead man floating.
LOL, algorithms, makes no sense anymore. I was like, ooh, okay. DMF makes me go dizzy.
No, that's DMT.
I think that stuff does a bit more than make you dizzy.
Turns you into an 𝗥𝗘𝗟𝗜𝗓 to start with.
What's DMT then? Like a drug?
One of the most potent psychedelics. People claim to have spiritual experiences.
The drug tangent ended, we continued on as always. It's amazing how even my footage has tangents. It's like the universe is telling me I should make this video 100% about tangents rather than talking about all of the standing, hitting and sitting. But that wouldn't be entertaining. You can only write so much BL in one episode before people start cringing. For those normies out there unfamiliar with the term BL, it means boys love. Or boys you love foo, depending on how racist you want to sound pronouncing it. I swear I'm not a racist, I'm just a guy narrating and explaining what BL is. I'm not sure why I'm going off on this tangent in particular, but I felt like it was necessary for those unfamiliar with anime, manga and doujins. I don't actually read doujins, I'm just well versed in what they are due to the copious amount of anime and manga I consume. In any literature with otaku culture, there is always the woman overly obsessed with BL, who stays up all night crunching a deadline because they have to present their work at Comic-Con or some other convention. In this case I'm more referring to otaku, because the title alone is true and factual. Now that you've unsubscribed and clicked the dislike button, I suppose I should get off this tangent and get back to the game.
We need to get you some proc weapons, guess.
Yeah, I want to get the fell hammer when I hit 50.
Your DPS is huge forever though.
That apparently procs a lot of hate damage and it's as good as this battle staff.
Not exactly sure, but it might even be an option to switch to dual wield and get 2 proc weapons.
Yeah, 2 proc weapons on a twink warrior is nice.
Eatonbox had to take off because of the work call. We decided to keep the group open for him to return in the meantime, as he said he'd be back. He returned some 20 minutes later.
Hey 𝗥𝗘𝗟𝗜𝗓𝗏, I'm getting thirsty out here running around. Give me some of that sip.
Sure man, food and or water?
Just drink.
Got your back Jack. Mages in classic WoW don't have shit on casters in P99, we make our food and water one cast at a time. You may hear me bitch about this often, but whenever someone asks me for food and a drink I die a little inside. Return to me. I have beverages.
Kiss those sips on 𝗥𝗘𝗟𝗏𝗡𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏
Moustache, moustache, moustache. Shit, I'll post it into Discord.
When I logged on this morning there was one full group in here, and I had to solo the 2 entrance mobs here. Hey, what a pain, I tell ya.
That's so hot.
God, I'm so easily distracted. That does suck. 𝗥𝗘𝗟𝗜𝗚𝗜𝗢𝗡 had been lurking in the room for the last couple of minutes hoping someone would leave the group and a spot would open. I actually grouped with him briefly in the last video and noticed something in particular. His name was very bleachy.
Hey, can you let me know when you need a DPS please?
I'll add you onto the list.
TY.
Just because the name is familiar, did you name yourself after an 𝗥𝗘𝗟𝗏 from Bleach?
Spot on.
Thought so.
Sounded so familiar.
I just didn't remember the spelling.
Found the name so stupidly complicated I had to get it, and his real face looked like an 𝗥𝗘𝗟𝗏.
Can't wait for Bleach to return this fall. The final arc is dope. It has poorly written parts, but by far it's the second best arc.
I haven't watched the show in years.
Ahem. Some more Bleach talk later. The group continued. Wu's quivering staff dropped. Both Kaz and Kilf rolled a 27.
Kaz and me roll brothers.
We in sync, Kilf.
Kaz won an obsidian ring of quintessence. It went right to his head when I traded it to him. Seriously, you can't do anything for this 𝗥𝗘𝗟 without it being some grandstanding type declaration of love.
Yeah, it finally gave me a ring. Was waiting for Kilf, but this works.
With the power invested to me by Brel, our Lord and Savior, I hereby pronounce you as bro and bro.
Kaz has settled. Ith will remember this.
Brosif and Brosaltia.
We should get AGM here for the wedding party.
Sorry, I couldn't help myself. That meme is too good. Yo Ballistic, you there? We got a powerful bromance going on here. Watch Blist pops in out of nowhere. Ballistic didn't pop in out of nowhere.
If he came he could give you old dwarf illusions.
I just realized.
But I need troll illusion for the HP region.
You have a healer next to you, you don't need Regen.
Such a touching line from Kilf. If you make doujin or artwork of these two, I will feature it on my channel. Seriously, do it. Post it in the Discord.
Our triangle of love. We're 2.5 men.
Ja, Kes is one half man, one half machine.
The question is, who's Charlie Sheen?
Wasn't Kaz pushing XR drugs earlier?
That was both quick and a win for you, Kilf. Respect.
Aha, well I kind of object to being Alan. It's amazing what you talk about when standing, hitting and sitting for hours on end. I realize that these later episodes don't scream that I'm on a grand adventure, but standing, hitting and sitting is part of the process. It's kind of hard to make these episodes thrilling, so instead I've opted to showcase more of our conversations, as they reflect the environment we are in, one of much standing, hitting and sitting. When 𝗥𝗘𝗟𝗜𝗓 left the group Aaroniro Aruri joined the group. Then he left so Jürgen could buff the group.
Where you from, Jürgen?
From USA.
Your name sounds very German.
Oh, I thought the name would be appropriate for a dwarf.
It was clearly taken. But then it came to me, the Kilfness, and here I am. Rock hard 𝗥𝗘𝗟𝗓𝗏, a beard that everyone is jealous of. Only downside is everybody part is in proportion.
I haven't seen our thirsty friend in a bit hit.
I know, right? I was checking earlier.
I got more spiderling silks for them.
Crusades was fun, Kilf. It's a shame you missed it. The three of us pushed 𝗥𝗚𝗟𝗓𝗏 and 𝗥𝗘𝗟𝗏𝗏 to the limit of getting banned.
What did you do?
𝗥𝗘𝗟𝗏𝗏 was the horniest zone for a couple days.
If you guys were in it, of course.
The thing I excel at. Flirting and saying some extremely suggestive things.
Suggesting things that's right up my alley.
It was hilarious. Also spoke about bondage, you know, fun stuff.
Classic. What did you kill there?
Corrupt guards.
McCluckenfuck.
Clucky. Our conversation continued. It's one of the magical parts of this journey. Most of it you were just shooting the shit. Earlier in my adventure I wandered the world. A higher level almost assumes a higher level of maturity, as the gameplay slows down. The only thing you have when camping mobs are the people in your party. Sure, in this day and age people have multiple monitors so they can just throw up Netflix or Crunchyroll. But me being a single monitor plebeian on my laptop, the only thing I have to keep me amused is the game. I'm not saying that this game is boring. There is just a massive layer of social activity that you don't get in other MMOs. This is honestly the most chill game to play when you are with your friends. Not that you can't converse with your friends in other MMOs. People are in such a hurry to complete the content that the only focus is usually on running through a dungeon or a raid as fast as possible. This may be a boomer take, but people need to chill the fuck out and enjoy the game. Then again, they don't call them Zoomers for nothing. While writing this script I find I'm missing the game more and more. As you are watching this in the future at this point in time I'm currently engaged in a massive kerfuffle with Wrath of the Lich King Classic. It's only when I've been away from it for an extended period of time that I realize how much Project 1999 means to me, and I'm counting the days, eagerly anticipating my return to this game. I think the adage that distance makes the heart grow fonder is true. Whoever thought that I'd feel this way about a game? The longer I'm away, the more I miss this game. Everquest needs to be experienced. You need to go through the good times, and the bad times where you get so mad you're ready to throw your monitor or laptop out of the window. Seriously, this game can induce some epic levels of rage. But I wouldn't have it any other way. Maybe this is just my masochistic take. This game is like the Mafia. Once you're in, there's no getting out. Somehow, some way it will find a way to pull you back in. It's like an all-consuming vortex. How the hell is this 23-year-old game so fucking alluring? It's a shame Project 1999 can't give me good boy head pats, then I'd finally reach the ultimate point of fulfillment. God, I need to get laid. Kaz, Kilf and I played for another hour and a half, but things were truly uneventful. Nothing wrong with that. It's nice to sit back and chill with the boys. However, when you are trying to make an interesting video, well, it's quite difficult to make something out of nothing. I made good progress towards level 47 on this day, but sadly despite all of the time I spent standing, hitting and sitting, I didn't get my new level. But that's quite alright, there was always the next day, and the day after that. The next day the three of us managed to find a group in the stables. We also landed in the same group as 𝗥𝗘𝗟𝗏𝗏, who grouped with us the day before. I wouldn't lie if I said I was glad to see him, mostly because he is an enchanter. Listen, clarity is the shit, and you'd be happy to have an enchanter in your group if you're as mana dependent as me. With clarity on, the canny dance is at least 2 times more effective. This isn't World of Warcraft, guys. You don't just sit down, drink and recover your mana in a flash, while you still do 2 of those things in P99. Mana is a premium, finite resource. If you can recover it faster, then you're pretty fucking happy. Because your group can kill shit faster. After a while I grew wary of seeing these specters, skeletons and Naruto running golems. My genocide at the Giant's Fort in Warslook Woods seems like nothing, compared to how many deaths I've been responsible for here. Why do these golems Naruto run? Are they getting ready for the second raid at Area 51? It's fucking ridiculous. Watching one golem after another Naruto run right to their death was novel and funny at first, but now it's annoying. It reminds me of how shitty Naruto's ending was, and how the fucking Zoomers are eating up Boruto like it's the only good anime in the world. Zoomers, Boruto is shit, Boruto will always be shit. It's an insult on everything that is Naruto. I started imagining these Naruto running golems were Boruto. While I did no physical damage, I took some sort of sick satisfaction every time one of these things hit the ground. Fuck you. Fuck you and die, you stupid fucking Borutos. Take that salada, your name is stupid. Who the fuck wants to be named after fucking salad? What's next, Caesura? Greeka? Italia? Don't get me fucking started on the bullshit that is Mitsuki. In what fucking world would the greatest villain in Naruto, Orochimaru, be allowed anywhere near Konoha? The people he's fucking murdered, to have all of that forgiven is fucking asinine. To have his crotch spawn or whatever the fuck this thing is, allowed in the village, is fucking dumb. Ah ha 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 ha, golems, Naruto running golems. I'll kill them all. Every single one of them must die. Assemble my mighty army, they must die. By the time I'm done these fucking things will be walking upright. My foot will go so far up their ass, space and time will bend to my will and all of these fuckers will stop reminding me about Boruto. I'm not crazy, you're crazy. Especially you Boruto.
渦巻きボルトだ
Dude, calm down, you're freaking people out.
Oh, am I freaking people out? Good.
The manga ended 8 years ago, you need to get over it.
Ha 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 ha.
Kilf, hold him down.
I'm trying, he's too strong. Damn you, it stop this.
I'll stop when Boruto dies. You hear me? I'll vindicate all of the Naruto fans. Date bio.
Onto the ground now.
Holy shit, Kilf, where the fuck did you get that?
Oh, that's rich. The dwarf cleric pulls out a gun. Make my day.
Oh god, Kilf, why did you shoot him right in the dick?
It was an accident, right Etilius?
Little Johnny no. Come back to life. This entire video so far has been one massive tangent. We are literally standing, hitting and sitting for hours on end. Fuck I love this game, fuck I miss this game. Fuck I really wish I was playing it right now. It's so fucking simplistic, yet so fucking amazing and complex at the same time. They should rename this to Chilling with My Homies Simulator, because I could eat Doritos while binge watching anime on the other screen if I had one. This series started off as a grand adventure. But there is literally so little to do and talk about. The real adventure is trying to make a video that's both funny and interesting. The grand adventure died, guys. It died around level 30. My bedroom on a Saturday night has more action than this, and spoilers, it's just me and one crusty fucking sock. It's strange how I miss playing this 23-year-old game so much, but it just reaches out and grasps my heart. P99 is peak addiction.
Finally finished chat bub.
Exclamation mark.
You 46 now?
Now I'm just one bub away from 46.
Ding?
Ding?
Oh hey hey, we'll get there soon.
No sadly, XD.
Oh god, so close.
We get ya to 46 today, Kes, no worries. How was your little one's group yesterday, by the way?
Little one's referring to that static that crashed and burned after 2 weeks.
Ilias got drunk.
Hello. Praise be to Kilf. May his abs shine upon thee.
Oh, and our guild Little League turned into a cult worshipping you, Kilf.
Yeah, open mouth smiley face.
Mwahaha, Etilius hasn't put a ring on it yet.
Actually I gave Kaz one the day before. You can't tame this stallion.
I'm so tired, I've been debating on whose name goes with Daddy better or Papa better.
I've been out in the wild too long, Lamau. Sag. Ithilius speaking truth.
Papa is okay for me.
Papa sounds good.
You are daddy it.
Oh god no. This child isn't mine, I pulled out.
Papa sounds like a rapper's name.
I often wonder what people are thinking when the three of us go off on these tangents. It's like the other three people don't exist when we enter into bromance mode. A plethora of inside jokes later, And I think they leave the group because they don't know what the fuck to say.
Hey guys, I'm going to log for a bit. I think a mob is about to spawn that I need on my main.
Thanks for grouping, sir.
𝗥𝗘𝗟𝗜𝗚𝗏 you be safe man.
Gotcha, thanks for grouping.
Actually, I take it back. A friend of mine is socking it.
For those who don't know, socking it. When a lone man who receives little attention, beats his meat in public with a sock over it. The more you learn. Seriously, I don't do this, only behind closed doors. My sock is my life partner and I'm not into exhibition.
LOL.
Huzzah.
Welken Bagden.
Big Papeth coming straight out of Hollis.
Lol JK, he's logging. I'm out.
Okay, see ya.
Later.
Welcome back.
That was a roller coaster of feelings.
Flip-flopping more than the footwear of the same name.
You meet some really interesting people playing this game. Not long after this conversation about Serb's friend socking it, I hit level 47.
So we got his rapper name, what's everyone else's?
Big Daddy Kilf.
I wanted to say that, the BDK.
Yeah. BDK straight out of 𝗥𝗘𝗟𝗟𝗜𝗢𝗡. New album launches soon.
Sir 𝗥𝗘𝗟𝗜𝗢𝗡 shall be my MC name.
Notorious K.I.L.F.
Kilf Master G.
Kilf Master Flex and the Funky Bunch.
Kilf Gem. Red Hot Kilfy Peppers.
I love it.
Kilf Against the Machine.
Kilfing in the name of.
Big Daddy Kilf's new album. Kilf's Hot More Haha.
Will the real Kilf Daddy please stand up? You act like you never seen a dwarf with his jaws on the floor.
Oh yea! Praise be his Kilfness forevermore. May his abs eternally shine upon thee, and guide you to a better tomorrow. I'm starting this religion proper.
You go Papa eat.
How does this faction fare on as a Kilf worshipper?
I see unto you patrons of the mist. Have I seen the glorious abs of Kilf? They radiate a splendid beauty. So yeah, when I say nothing happens in this video, I kind of lied, but not really. Nothing happens, aside from forming a new religion that worships Kilf. I say unto all thy subscribers, thou shalt petition the GMs of this game to henceforth place the Church of Kilf as the new religion of this game. Go now my children, make haste. 𝗥𝗘𝗟𝗜𝗢𝗡 joined the group to fill the space that Serb left behind. We decided to move our camp deeper into the zone. Because as a 6-man group of hardened, sweaty, peak primal gods, we wanted more experience per hour. We slowly killed our way through, killing each pack of mobs as fast as possible so we could reach our optimal grinding station. I got my first look at Lord 𝗥𝗘𝗟𝗜𝗢𝗡, frankly named mobs scare the ever-loving fuck out of me, but it was clear he wasn't hostile as we passed by. Good, I wouldn't want to let Kaz kick your ass, with his battle staff. It's like I have 2 dogs. The one I summon, and the one who can't get his hand on weapons that proc well. Both fight my battles for me. It's pretty great to be honest. Our group camped here on the map. 𝗥𝗘𝗟𝗜𝗢𝗡 was pulling like an absolute boss. This is a good monk people, see that vapor golem? Where the fuck is 𝗥𝗘𝗟𝗜𝗢𝗡? Out finding more shit to pull. I love this big balls approach. I bet 𝗥𝗘𝗟𝗜𝗢𝗡 carries them around in a wheelbarrow like Randy Marsh in that one really funny episode of South Park. Wow, that's the most action-packed part of this video yet. That's kind of sad, but this place is pretty tightly packed. Kaz was half a bubble away from finishing his last hell level until level 51. I think I've said it before, but fuck that last bubble in a hell level, it's more like 3 bubbles. Jurgen came by to provide some high-level cleric buffs. I left the group so the more melee-focused chads could get theirs. Things got really quiet for about 20 minutes, so I decided to continue the preaching of my cult, or church. It's definitely a church. On the 3rd day Kilf said to us, "Glory be my abs. Long may they shine upon you."
I love you eat.
Thanks Kilf, just spreading the word.
We'll have to write the 10 Kilf months.
Indeed we will.
What's the first?
Thou shalt train your ABS every day and cover them in holy grease, so that it might reflect the rays of the heavens.
Holy shit, he's better than I am at this. Number 1, thou shalt not covet Kilf's abs. Just bask in their glory. Number 2, all who do not convert to the Church of Kilf, will be flogged once a week.
And the Kilfster looked down at Etilio's suggestion, his face radiated a warmness that made everyone's heart skip a beat.
Number 3, Thou shalt accept all of North's races. Even ogres, looks at Kaz.
No.
They are all children of Kilf. Number 4, if someone named 𝗥𝗘𝗟𝗜𝗓𝗡 approaches you with an offer of his filthy 𝗥𝗘𝗟𝗜𝗓𝗡 drugs, you shall kindly decline him, then report him for heresy.
I'm down for some heresy drugs, hit me up.
Number 5, degeneracy is fine, as long as you are a weeb.
A degenerate weeb is like a circle that is a shape.
Excuse you, but these filthy 𝗥𝗘𝗟𝗓𝗡 drugs are the sweat dip straight from his almighty abs.
Kaz adding to the lore in meaningful ways. Kilf rolls 100 out of 100.
Grob shouts. Grats Kilf. Not many can get a 100 out of a 100 to 100.
Kilf shouts. Der is but a fragment of my power.
Glory be his name. On this day Kilf rolled a 100. All who roll a 100 in the future shall be whipped, for that is a holy number in the Church of Kilf.
𝗥𝗘𝗟𝗜𝗓𝗡 shouts, what if I rolled 100 before him?
This is how holy wars started. XD.
You shall be whipped, but with mercy and love. Shush.
Blasphemy.
Kilf was, define a battle.
Glory be his beard. On this day the angels wept, for there will never be such a mighty and beautiful beard again.
I'll make a dwarf paladin if I can worship Kilf.
1 year later, petitions GM. Hi, I'd like to switch my religion to the Church of Kilf.
2 years later GMs have created a new zone with Kilf in the middle, the sleeper is his bed and the other gods and cages surrounding him.
P99 devs, if you are watching, make this happen. Do it, start working on it now. Kilf's word is prophecy. Sadly, I did not come up with the final 5 Kilf amendments, though number 4 isn't going to work. The new 4th Kilf amendment is being a degenerate is allowed, but only if you are a weeb. Hey you, watching this video. Write down in the comments what you think would be a good Kilf amendment. I'll make a video in the future and list them all out. The Church of Kilf will become the overwhelming religion on this server. Make it happen, people. Preach the Church of Kilf wherever you go. This is the new meme. Once Kaz finally got out of his hell level, we packed up and left, leaving Kilf and the others to their own devices. Everyone say goodbye to Kilf, as this is his last appearance in part 3, it makes me fucking sad. Every video needs a little touch of Kilf. Even when Kilf isn't around, he'll always remain in our hearts. Kilf speed everyone. Well, normally at this point I'd be ending the video, but I'm only about halfway through the footage. You have no idea how much I've cut out, as I'm trying not to make this part insanely long. Kilf now being too high level for City of Mist, Kaz and I were left to our lonesome again. On this morning I forgot to start recording on OBS as soon as I entered into the City of Mist, which is always a big mistake. Kaz and I went to the stables, and 𝗥𝗘𝗟𝗓𝗡𝗏's response to my presence was, "Oh hey, it's Mr. Big YouTuber." I was a little put off, hell I don't think I even had 1,000 subscribers at this point. Kaz instantly recognized who 𝗥𝗘𝗟𝗓𝗏 was. The moment it clicked for me, a sinister smile crossed my face. Well, look who it fucking is, none other than the queen of degeneracy, Crusades. I was excited to be reunited with my fellow degenerate. I was also afraid, was this going to be the occasion we pushed the envelope too far and got a stern talking to from Blistig? I honestly didn't give a fuck about the consequences of this reunion with Crusades, who for the sake of continuity I'll refer to as Crusades, even though Crusades goes by many names, such as 𝗥𝗘𝗟𝗓𝗏. I clicked the recording button on OBS. No, I don't remember the context of this early conversation. You could say I was starstruck in that moment. I was grouped with one of the most fun people in the game. It was time to spread our degeneracy like a plague. Oh, by the way, it really took me a hot minute to figure out 𝗥𝗘𝗟𝗓𝗏𝗏's Crusades. Wait, are you Crusades/animates?
Yes.
You have no idea how much our reunion excited me. West Corona was the most fun I've had playing the game. For context purposes, this is before part 1 came out.
It's so good to see you again, friend. It's been a minute.
Yeah, it has.
For sure. You said you had 50k plat for me, then you poof.
I keep trying to make the joke, but it don't hit the same without you.
I never said anything like that.
Baby daddy here.
Spend it all on dirty 𝗥𝗟𝗓𝗏𝗏 drugs.
We had good times.
A cleric named 𝗥𝗘𝗟𝗓𝗏𝗏𝗏 joined the party.
Oh hi oh.
Hey Daddy.
Kaz has a problem.
Hey baby daddy.
Sweet, a cleric.
Nah, Chanter. But thanks for noticing. Baby daddy.
Crusades kept calling me a baby daddy. I'll tell you this, I have not sired one offspring, none that I know about anyway. A theory is the would-be mother saw me as a liability rather than a good father, which is the correct line of thinking. The only knowledge I have to provide for a baby is degeneracy, anime and video games. They are the holy trinity that guides my life. I'm pretty sure I'd be getting called into the principal's office if my would-be son or daughter called the teacher a hot, grade A waifu, or husbando. I'd be proud, but they would probably call social services on my ass. Some people shouldn't reproduce, I'm one of them. Clarity.
How's that, 𝗥𝗘𝗟𝗚𝗜𝗢?
It's good, better than the shit you gave me. On the topic of episode 5 part 1. But don't worry my thirsty friend. You shall have your appearance. For that time in 𝗥𝗘𝗟𝗚𝗜𝗢𝗡 was legendary.
For sure.
What? Tell the tale.
Good times, I haven't been back since.
We pushed 𝗥𝗘𝗟𝗏 to the brink of getting a suspension. It was fun.
I was collecting leather padding.
We gave WK something they have to take medicine to get rid of.
The itch just doesn't go away.
Mine finally left me, with lotion.
Essentially we gave WK penicillin-resistant gonorrhea.
It puts the lotion on its skin or else it gets the hose again.
I want the hose and lotion.
I'm a noob. What WK?
Does sound kind of hot.
I have nothing sarcastic to say. 𝗥𝗘𝗟𝗏𝗡.
Did you go to Perma?
Kiss.
Though the next video is going to have a safe word. Apparently it worried people. This is in reference to episode 4.
Your safe word was harder, Daddy.
You know it, Daddy.
The capital D is very important.
Did someone say, Daddy?
Without it the bank train keeps it chugging.
Ugh. Sorry, Crusades brings the worst out of me.
Low insane. Smiley face. Thanks.
For the record, I think Crusades brings the worst out in everyone. This section of the video is already spiraling out of control. Before you know it, YouTube will be giving Crusades half my cut just for appearing in my videos. Which, by the way, if you are watching this, Crusades, hit me up in game. I'll be back soon. Crusades brings the worst out of everyone. It's the reason we're friends. I get along with the worst of degenerates.
Seriously? Thanks, man.
A few moments later. So what have you been doing? Have you been seeing other people?
Frowny face. No. Sometimes you reach that awesome moment playing. WK was the highlight, to be honest.
It really was.
I should put out a bonus episode for episode 5, going over all of the conversations, as I cut out a lot. At this point we just looked back at the fun week we had. Honestly, it was a hell of a week. You really needed to be there. It just proves what I've been saying all along. In Project 1999 it's not about the grind, but the people you meet. The conversations you have when going through the higher level grinds can really pull you through something that might be boring if done solo or with a quiet group. The grind becomes insane, and as I approach level 51, and those double hell levels at 54 and 59, I'll be grateful to my group for keeping things lively. Crusades had a really good point. That at a certain point in your Project 1999 journey, you lose the innocent part of the journey, where you are adventuring from place to place. People think the grind of P99 is a detriment. It's not. It gives you an opportunity to step out your comfort zone, and shoot the shit with random people you just met, or catch up with old friends. If you have watched this entire series up to this point and have not played this game, then what the fuck are you doing? Pause the video, download the game and play. It's clunky, it's old, it's downright miserable at times, but despite its flaws, it's honestly in my top 5 list of favorite games of all time. On the 7th day Kilf showed his abs, all of creation wept at their beauty and splendor. Praise be his name, the one and only Kilfster.
Oh God LMAO.
All praise 𝗥𝗟𝗏𝗡 and Kilf.
For those who don't know, he's the holy butt plug.
Soon you will all follow the Kilfster, for the light of his abs could destroy any god. Oh god, I should pay attention to the game.
Why? All good, man, we solid. As a chanter I have no choice.
Sorry, I'm easily distracted. Progress towards level 48, for Kaz level 47 was slow. Thankfully we had Crusades to pass the time.
BRB, my cat just upchucked right in front of me.
Any corn? Sorry, curious.
This is why we're friends.
But seriously, any corn? I didn't know you did videos till I saw that heavy into 𝗥𝗘𝗟𝗏𝗡 one.
One time I got hammered on my birthday. I ate Chinese food earlier. I went to the bathroom and unzipped my fly to vomit. Carrots everywhere.
Someone accidentally mez Kaz?
He's dealing with cat vomit.
Cass really should get a pet. An earth pet at least.
You can't let 𝗥𝗘𝗟𝗜𝗚𝗏 think they're people. It just goes to their heads.
Where did she get corn?
Hey man, that racist.
I love corn FYI.
Corn is best, on a cob. People who cut the corn off the cob. Why you do this? Seriously. It's a pet peeve of mine. I've watched my stepfather for nearly 19 years cut the corn off his cob. Is it a Welsh thing? Anyone from Wales let me know. It's seriously disturbing. More disturbing than the Naruto running golems. More disturbing than Crusades calling me a baby daddy. More disturbing than Kaz when he finally snaps one day after just too much of my shit. Not literal shit, mind you. Our friendship does not include scat, or anything of that nature. I've seen 2 girls 1 cup. I nearly upchucked watching the video. But I still find cutting corn off the cob more disturbing than that. Maybe, just maybe, I've lost my mind. In a world where cutting corn off the cob is more disturbing than 2 girls 1 cup, one man rambles endlessly about trivial subject matter he finds disturbing. Just how disturbed is this wannabe YouTuber? Find out.
For the love of God, would you just end this fucking video? One tangent after another. I can't stand it anymore. 2 girls 1 cup is so fucking old, only boomers will get that reference. God, can you be more fucking cringe?
But, it's not that old. I have so much more video footage to go through.
Seriously, it's 2 bloody levels worth of footage. Wrap this shit up. I've got better things to do than see you get more lazy as you write these scripts. You used to be original with your humor, now you're just referencing in-game conversations. What happened to the old ith? The funny ith?
Hey, I'm still funny. I'll prove it to you.
Yeah, sure, I believe you. By the way, Remuroke DM'd me, and he says everything you've done since episode 4 is cringe as fuck.
That motherfucker.
Later, nerd.
Well, I guess I better wrap this shit up.
Va never changes. The Naruto running golem switched war to piss Ithilius off in an effort to remind him of how sour he is about Naruto and Boruto as a whole. The ghosts and skeletons joined the Naruto running golems as mercenaries, but were ultimately cannoned for the and the Great Mist War of 2022. The Black Reefers left and cooked anyone who got too close, reminding everyone of how superior they were. But honestly, they were just sadists who sat on the sidelines, occasionally coming an entourage to wreak havoc and chaos. The war was at a stalemate. The golems took heavy losses at the hands of Ithilio's soldiers. Every time a golem died, he'd be suspiciously off in the corner. Some speculate he was indulging himself in a hate-filled wank. Others believe he was devising his next move. Suspicious white puddles started popping up all over the city of Mist, but people blamed it on the ooze. The sheer crafting among the soldiers reached such a fevered pitch that one soldier said out loud,
"I'm tired of guys being vilified for coming early. As far as I'm concerned, if I was coming, it was right on time."
Crusades seemed to agree. This caused Ithilius to grow suspicious.
I've done that before. Left group and forgot.
Insecurity plagued Ithilius.
What are you talking about? It's never happened to me.
Ithilius returned to this corner. Instead, a suspicious liquid substance leaked out of his face. Oh my god, he was actually crying. What a bitch. Kaz pointed and left at Ithilius.
I give him that good Gandalf line whenever it comes up. A wizard is never late, nor is he early. He arrives precisely when he needs to. Then I hit her with that staff, yo. Put on my wizard hat and leave.
Ithilius, still sobbing like a bitch, and the corner said to himself,
"You're not a wizard, but a monk. Must be wishful thinking."
Everquest heard this remark and bitch slapped him so hard the Naruto running golems looked jealous.
Crying because you're premature is the quitter's way. Get back up and try again, soldier. We need you out there.
With newfound fury, Ithilius rebuffed his friends, and was ready to get down to breast tugs. They had been in the city of mist for far too long. It was time to end this war. But Ithilius wouldn't be sated until the streets ran red with golem blood.
Hours went by, and finally Kaz and I hit level 48 and 47 respectively. However, we both stayed in City of Mist, because a certain Milky Way got a hold of me. Throughout all of my videos, you have all generously donated tens of thousands of plat of items to me. Kaz on the other hand, not only gets the shit end of the stick, literally because he uses a big stick, but because of that big stick the monk meme was born. Milky went to the Eastern Commonlands tunnel to look for items specifically for Kaz's sake. It initially started with him reaching out to Kaz trying to get some haste for him. While I do not know the context of their conversation, it was nice that he was doing something for my lizard buddy. Being my sidekick is not an easy affair, as I often receive most of the glory. I know there are a few hardcore Kaz fans out there, and Milky Way generously spending his time and plant to help Kaz become more useful as my other half when duoing, was really appreciated. After 2 hours, Milky made his appearance in stables. Slowly, Kaz's appearance, which I had become so accustomed with, started to change. I was chomping at the bit, waiting to see what items Kaz received from Milky. Finally he gave me the deets. 1 Sarnik Warhammer, valued between 2 to 2.5k plat. 1 Dragon Tooth Choker, valued between 1300 to 1750 plat. 1 Barb Ring Mill, valued between 1500 to 2k plat. 1 Spider Fur Belt, valued between 1200 to 1600 plat. 1 Ixar Hide Boots, valued between 600 to 1000 plat. 1 Silver Chitin Wristband, valued between 4200 to 4500 plat. 1 Silver Chitin Hand Wraps, valued between 700 to 1700 plat. Well over 10k plat worth of gear. I thanked Milky profusely for gearing up my Ixar pet. Hey listen, he's referred to himself as my pet before. Seriously though, thank you Milky for your generosity. When we need to duo, Kaz can hold his own more so than ever now. He can proc now too, which is great when it comes to tanking, as the battle staff was shit for tanking. Honestly, I love seeing my friend go through the pimp my ride process rather than myself. I've been featured on Pimp Your Barbarian quite a bit. It was great to see someone else get their turn. Milky stuck around for a while, but Kaz and I had gotten a little weary of City of Mist for the day, so we decided to bounce. We had one more thing to do before the end of the day. You don't end Pimp Your Kaz without the glow up. Boys, the meme is officially dead. This is no monk, but a warrior. We'll always remember those innocent days we spent frolicking in the giant fort, in Mistmoor, in Solzay, in West Karana. The innocent days are long behind us. It's time to make new memories and new memes. Kaz and I wanted to return to City of Mist for one reason only, so Kaz could hit level 48. That's the soft cap for going into Old Seb, and spoilers, that's where we'll be going in part 5, there will be a community post so those who've been chomping at the bit to play with us can be there. Right away when I logged in I did a /who and commented, "Man, this place is popping for 7 AM. Right away I got 2 messages. One from Crusades, the other from 𝗥𝗘𝗟𝗜𝗓𝗡 wondering if I'd like to replace him in stables. Any room in stables? Kaz will be on in 5 to 10 minutes.
We have to thank Trio my bro. Some people leaving soon. I keep getting cuck druids.
I'm not sure how druids cuck, but I'd be curious to find out. Are they not porting you? Not healing your pet? Tell me viewers, about the way of the cuck druid." A few minutes later, Kaz met me in stables. God, he's too beautiful to look at. It's like my staff-wielding pet grew up and got his own apartment. Looking at blinged out Kaz, he is too beautiful, he is too much for my battle-weary eyes. Soon I'll be hiring escorts for the sole purpose of them LARPing as staff-wielding 𝗥𝗘𝗟𝗓. When my life reaches that point, please put me down as quickly as possible, my family couldn't handle an if that far gone. Crusades was rather tilted this early morning. Going on about cuck druids and only inviting wizards to the party. Sometimes I feel that Crusades has moments of temporary insanity. But you know what, I jive with people like that. Sane people are overrated. Not long into the morning session, everyone's favorite mom stopped by, Henrietta. If you remember Henrietta, she's one of the people who geared me out to the 9s in part 4 and carried Kaz and I through level 35, a particularly rough hell level. Well, they all kind of sucked. Mishkin, an OG member in my Discord, showed up with Henrietta. They transformed into giant tree things, and did their best Officer Bar Brady impression.
"Nothing to see here."
Nice wood.
Move along people, nothing to see here.
Scared the shit out of me.
Not the trees.
2 shafts. 10 out of 10 stables improvement.
3 more and you'd have a cock hydra.
Thought we could spruce the place up a bit.
Mishkin then whispered me.
"Mom says you like diamonds."
Mom said that, Nani? No lie. Mishkin traded me a flawless diamond. Which is worth about 3,000 plat, at least that's what I sold it for. I sold it to Torpay later, by the way. What a generous gift, thank you both for doubling my wealth. I would go on to spend a bit of it twinking out a few alts that have yet to be really seen. Well, you've seen 𝗥𝗘𝗟𝗓𝗓 if you've watched Community Night Fails. I'm glad Mishkin explicitly told me to sell it in EC, not at a vendor. I'd be losing out on a fat stack of cash otherwise. Mishkin also traded me Crystal Spider Rise. I thank you both for your generous contribution to the war chest. You two are amazing, and I hope to play with you both in the future once I get off my ass and hit level 60. Thanks again, Mom. We love you.
Have a wonderful day, everyone. It was nice running into you again.
Mommy got a sugar daddy.
Mom is the best. This one doesn't demand I reproduce and give her grandchildren. Mom, if you're watching this, I'm joking, I love you. Funny thing about my mom, I haven't told her about the whole YouTube thing yet. Someday maybe. Still not giving you grandchildren though. You've got 4 already, don't be greedy.
Ass bitch.
Verbally abuse me more.
Deal. You want ass or bitch first?
Hit me with your best shot. Turns out Crusade's pet was low on health, so she ditched it. See, sometimes it's our fault when people get trained on. Well, I'd say it's 50-50, I've led some monster trains on unsuspecting groups. In fact, I only remember to yell train after seeing someone when fleeing for my life. 2.5 hours into this session, I came 1 level short of my ultimate goal for episode 5, I hit level 49. It felt rather surreal that I was 1 level away from hitting level 50, the original level cap in Everquest. Once Kaz hit level 48, we said our goodbyes and left the City of Mist for the final time. Overall, I spent the most time in City of Mist than any other zone in Project 1999. 2 videos worth, not even going to begin to attempt timing it. Later I went on a mission to sell all of the things Henrietta and Mishkin gave me. I also tried selling some of the items I looted in City of Mist, but I ended up giving away a lot of those items, as when I sold the Flawless Diamond and Crystal Spider Eye, my bank was looking pretty good. Paying it forward is important to me, and will become a core part of my YouTube channel in the future as I plan on doubling down on P99 content. You can find a linked community post in the description on my future P99 plans. We were finally done, and on to the final leg of our journey. This may have been a massive video project, with part 3 even having a larger scope than I expected. But by the end of it all, I'll be moving on to the large endgame grind. I'm sorry this took so long to put out. My mother's health issues, classic WoW and other miscellaneous things delayed it. I'll hopefully be able to get part 4 and 5 to you sooner. Until next time. Please like and subscribe. I'll see you all in game real soon.